Well, you can choose when it's time to start, but the only way through is through.
Let's try one more time.
The only way through is through. The only way through is through. Well, you can choose when it's time to start, but the only way through is through.
Next part goes.
You get pressed down by a heavy hand, but when you hit rock bottom, there's a place to stand. You get pressed down by a heavy hand, but when you hit rock bottom, there's a place to stand.
Try it again.
You get pressed down by a heavy hand, but when you hit rock bottom, there's a place to stand. You get pressed down by a heavy hand, but when you hit rock bottom, there's a place
Next
to
part.
stand.
You
Take one step,
you're still in the dark. You take two steps, you might
be a little fun. 3 steps ahead, you see the light of day. Keep on walking, 'cause you're on your way. You take one step, you're still in the dark. You take 2 steps, you might see a little spark. 3 steps ahead, you see the light of day. Keep on walking, 'cause you're on your way. The only way through is through.
Sing it with us.
The only way through is through. Well, you can choose when it's time to start, but the only way through is through. You take one step through is through. Still in the dark. You take the only way you might see a little spark. Well, 3 steps ahead is where the light of day. Keep on walking, 'cause you're on your way. You take one step through is through. You're still in the dark. You take the only way you might see a little spark. 3 steps ahead is where the light of day. Keep on walking, 'cause you're on your way. Pressed down by a heavy hand.
When you
Hit rock bottom, there's a place to stand. You get pressed down by a heavy hand. But when you hit rock bottom, there's a place to stand. The only way through is through. The only way through is through. You can choose when it's time to start, but the only way through is
Keep
through.
it going.
The only way through is through. The only way through is through. Well, you can choose when it's time to start, but the only way through is through.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity. My name is Peggy Kaufman, and I'm a member of the board here. So let's say our mission statement together. Welcome to Unity Church, where our mission is... Sorry. Thank you. And embrace the Christ. Okay, thanks. We have to update that here. Oh, I think I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Vision statement. Sorry, just trying to find the right page. Okay. Our vision statement. We celebrate oneness with spirit and with the divine nature of all. Okay. I'm going to do the announcements first so that we can then go into our prayer mode. Let's see. Now that I finally found the right page, now I have to flip again. All right. If there are prayer chaplains here today, could you stand or raise your hand? Dennis and Dennis. Dennis will be available at the back of the sanctuary if you need prayer after the service. Flowers today are from Nancy McLaren in loving memory of her mother, Emma Vanderbilt, and also from Nancy Wells, the other bouquet. Our comfort room located downstairs in the fellowship hall is downstairs in the fellowship hall to house any mothers and their infants. Our 6 p.m. one-song service is back. Yay. Tonight we are holding a special Sacred Circle healing service with Zelda Hoteling. This Saturday, join our own Gerri Ratigan for her Soul Sing Love workshop. Experience music at a deeper level that opens you up to your soul's music from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the fellowship hall, and that's $20 to attend. Love offering, so you don't have to if you can't. Next week, Carrie Bear will be our guest speaker. He has very generously tithed his talents in the form of his talk to us. He will also hold a workshop after the second service. Do you feel moved to be of service? Volunteers are currently needed for the following ministries. Audiovisual, contact Terry Bailey, and I want to say with any of these you can contact myself or any other board members if you don't see the person that we mention. For garden and summer upkeep, summer-ish fall upkeep of our front and back gardens, contact Sam House, who's right here. Hospitality, you can contact Gretchen Nortz. I don't see. Social activities, contact Fred Alfenbein. Youth and Family Ministry, contact Trudy Ellis. And for community outreach, you can contact me, Peggy Kaufman. Okay. We also need tellers. We also need ushers. So Nancy Wells is in charge of the tellers, and Sally DeShane is in charge of the ushers if you would like to volunteer. So we need help in every way, so please step up and offer services here. It's really worth doing. You become more a part of the community and make friends, and it feels good. It feels good to give. Okay, speaking of such, we still have the plea from the board that we are in need of funds. We're calling on the whole community to hold a prosperous mindset and also to give what you can give. If you have been giving and you can give a little more, please do, because every little bit helps. Okay. As a result of the last town hall, the bulletins are not being handed out by the greeters. You will find both bulletins and calendar of events inserts on the table in the sanctuary entrance and on the table in the Bradford Street entrance. Important information that is in the bulletin is on a laminated sheet in pew holders. These are to remain in the pew holders, not to be taken home. Bulletins are to be taken home. So leave the laminated ones here, please. More information about all our events can be found in today's bulletin, the schedule above the water fountain, our Facebook page, our Twitter profile, YouTube channel, and our website, unityalbany.org. Okay. Now, I have a prayer. This is from the books, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And it's about applying the law of giving. I will put the law of giving into effect by making a commitment to take the following steps. 1, wherever I go and whoever I encounter, I will bring them a gift. The gift may be a compliment, a flower, or a prayer. Today, I will give something to everyone I come into contact with. And so I will begin the process of circulating joy, wealth, and affluence in my life and in the lives of others. 2, today I will gratefully receive all the gifts that life has to offer me. I will receive the gifts of nature, sunlight and the sound of birds singing, or spring showers, or the first snow of winter. I will also be open to receiving from others, whether it be in the form of a material gift, money, a compliment, or a prayer. 3, I will make a commitment to keep wealth circulating in my life by giving and receiving life's most precious gifts, the gifts of caring, affection, appreciation, and love. Each time I meet someone, I will silently wish them happiness, joy, and laughter. Okay. And now the daily word. Divine wisdom. I embody the wisdom of infinite mind. In his poem, The Answer, Lowell Fillmore describes reaching the limits of human understanding and pausing to give my weary brain a rest. He writes, in that still moment, after self had tried and failed, there came a glorious vision of God's power, and lo, my prayer was answered in that hour. I bless my intellect and give thanks for all the insights it has provided. At the same time, I accept the limits of intellectual understanding. The gifts of God, the Apostle Paul tells us, must be spiritually discerned. In prayer, I let God be God in me. I let go of intellectual understanding. I align my mind and heart with divine wisdom. I trust the infinite mind in me and allow it to guide my path. Those who are unspiritual do not receive the gifts of God's Spirit, for they are unable to understand them because they are spiritually discerned. 1 Corinthians 2:14. Thank you.
You probably know this song, so I invite you to stand up and join us on it.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning. for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rains new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden's soft play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word.
That would probably be better if my mic were on. So welcome to Unity Church in Albany, where we know and affirm that this is the place the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Let's try that again. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So happy to see all of you, and we rejoice in this connection that we have on a spiritual basis. Again, I'm Reverend Muldrow, and if you are new to Unity, please introduce yourself. You don't have to say your name. Just raise your hand. I want to say your name. We would love to give you to say hello to you. So if you're new here, second on Sunday for the first time, please raise your hand. And so anyone else? All right. So yeah, there's still some issue with my mic, but we'll work with it. So, sorry, we've been having some technical difficulties, so sorry for the back talk between Reverend Roger and myself. So this is a time not only to introduce yourself to our guests, but introduce yourselves and just say hello to one another with a handshake, a hug, a howdy-do, whatever you are comfortable with. Remember everyone's personal space. Yeah, we changed it out.
sounds for my mom.
Check it out.
Ready?
And so let us affirm our statement of oneness together. The power of Christ's love now releases me from any sense of separation from spirit or others. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe. That one is God, the good, omnipotent. And so it is. Amen. And so we've already talked about that we are blessed, and you may be seated. We've already talked about that we are blessed with chaplains, and I believe Dennis is a chaplain. Do we have any other chaplains here? All right, so Dennis will be happy. Was that a kind of a maybe? Yes, and Deb Foss. Thank you very much, Deb Foss. So know that they will be in the back, willing, open heart, and love to pray with you. Again, we remind everyone, we know that we love one another and enthused to talk to each other. We ask that you move forward so that they have some privacy in the back and some intimacy for prayers. And even better yet, join us downstairs for coffee or tea and some food, and we can mingle downstairs. And if you're lucky, you can even go into the place. Or, see, I'm not supposed to say that joke. I was about to say you can use the rocking chair in the comfort zone, but obviously I'm not supposed to say that. So, cancel. So also know that as we prepare for meditation, there's other ways that we would love to pray with you. In the back of your bulletin, you will see where you can take the multicolored prayer request forms. It looks like Nancy and Sam have various colors to illustrate that we have multicolored ones, just so that you can, and thank you, Sue, so that you can choose the color that you're vibing at the time to put your prayer request on. You have several ways in which you can get that prayer request to our prayer team. You put it in the answer box, the wooden box, the wooden table. Back of your bulletin, you have other options of how you can email us or also call us, and we will make sure that we will pray with you. You know, also, all of a sudden I'm moved as I see Gerri Ann. I think it's obvious that we didn't have our retreat, or Paulette Pipe would be up here, Reverend Paulette Pipe. For anyone who didn't receive the message and you had your monies and there's any concerns and you want to talk about it, Gerri Ann, can you put your hand up? Is here if you want to talk about the date, if you want to refund whatever it is that you need, we'd be happy to talk to you about it. So, and
Tickets for Janice Stanfield. It will be in the lobby, so yes.
And that's going to be an awesome show. We are privileged to have her here, but going back into prayers. So let us settle in, knowing that God's loving presence is with you. Release and let go of anything in your lap. Release and let go of your tensions. And allow God's loving presence to be with you. Open your heart and mind as we start this prayerful time in song.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to your love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to go, no one I have to be. nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nothing I need to hold on to, nothing I need to give to you, nothing I need to do but gently breathe.
And so allow yourself to just continue to surrender to love. Surrender your heart, your mind, your soul to life, God's life. By breathing in the presence of God and releasing anything that is not of God's life, love, joy, and peace. I invite us as one community to take 3 deep breaths in. Again, as we take these deep breaths in, remembering that we're breathing in the life of God through the nose, delighting in the breath coming in, feeling it throughout our whole being, and releasing any tensions, any anxieties. And then as we breathe again, replacing them with that love, that life. So let's, as one community, start that process. Let us take a deep breath in, breathing in, and hold it. And through the mouth, release fully. The exhale should be longer than the inhalation. And let's take another deep breath in, a little bit longer, a little bit deeper of a deep breath. And we're going to hold it there. I'm just going to hold it another beat. And deep release. And again, the last time, an even deeper breath, as deep as you can. Feeling it go into your lungs, down to your diaphragm expanding and holding it there. And allowing your diaphragm to push it out, release. And now just go back into your breath. the natural, perfect rhythm of your breath. Breathing in the delight of God, His love filling you up from head to toe. And this meditation, I just want you to concentrate on your breath. Your mind's eyes, concentrate and feel how your breath is bringing in beautiful God life into your entire body. Picture how this God life is oxygenating each and every cell in your being, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. You're at peace because you know that God is working in, through, and as you. And if there are any voids, when there are voids left from the tension that you've released, actively, purposely fill them up. This presence of God breath, of love breath, of life breath. And continue to release anything that's other than the living life of God. And in this moment of silence, just breathe. Now as you're filled with the delight, the love, the joy, and peace of God throughout your entire being, recognize you're breathing in the life of God, breathing out pure life onto the world, into the universe, delighting in the reciprocity of pure life coming in and out of your body. And the next breath you take, feel the breath go all the way down to your feet. Feel it all the way in your entire being, and feel your feet on the ground, allowing yourself to be grounded into your own being. Allow that sensation to come up your legs. I invite you to gently just move your legs. Feeling that energy move up your torso. Feeling that presence move in and through your lungs, your bronchioles. Feeling life in your body, grounding you into your present moment, grounding you into the truth and beauty of your being. I invite you just to gently, lovingly move your shoulders. Allow yourself to move your limbs. Continue moving your legs. Allow that energy to come up. Come up into your head. Moving your head from side to side. And when you are ready, join us in consciousness, opening your eyes, or keep them closed as we delight in the sounds of Elizabeth Woodbury-Kasius as she takes us out in meditation. So it's interesting, especially when you start doing spiritual talks on change, the things that change. I said this during the first service when the mic went out, and I was like, oh, well, I have to welcome change because as a minister, we also have to do what we preach. And so here I am with the mic, unable to move. And then I thought about it for a second, especially since this talk is really about not only embracing change, but being uncomfortable in your comfortableness, and that I am, now that I'm here with one mic. I thought, you know what? I can still move around because with the beauty of technology, I have this mic, and then I can go to this mic. I can saunter over to this mic. Ooh, and it has a different vibe to it. And thank you, Carol, for being tall enough for me to be in this mic. And if you're lucky, I might even talk like this. See how change can be fun, it can be invigorating, it can be exciting. Because that's really what we are meant to do this whole week. And wasn't it great that the first week of this month we had change in ministers? Yes, I mean, Jim Fuller was here again. I mean, just to surprise you, just to change it up. That's what God does. And we call it jokes, but the reality is that is what life is all about. It is not becoming enmeshed and comfortable in the comfort zone. And so many of us, yes, I'm included, love my comfort zone. I mean, don't we work hard to get to that comfort zone, that perfect spot? I mean, we've taken years of education, we've gone through these toils and trials, and finally we're in a comfortable spot where we're happy. And here I have the nerve to tell you, don't get too comfortable there. Yes, I am. This is what this whole talk is, because the spiritual truth, the spiritual reality is that we are here not to be uncomfortable. We're here to continue to expand and grow. Because once it starts feeling good where you want to be stuck in your comfort, and you're calling it this comfort zone, inevitably, that comfort zone is not going to be good anymore. And you're going to go, what happened? It was so good yesterday. It's not feeling very good today. It's because we are not meant to be stagnant. We are meant to live. We're meant to evolve. That is what God's gift for us is. That is why there's an infinite amount of possibilities for us to express, to move forward in that infinite possibility, to make it manifest. And once we've made that manifest, to move on to another great new creation. Because if that wasn't the way it is, if God didn't want it that way, then God wouldn't be providing us with a new day, with a shift of the sun going down, to change it tonight, for a rebirthing of the sun to come up, to bring us anew. We wouldn't be breathing. We wouldn't be shedding skin. A lot of the changes that we wouldn't do because that isn't what was meant to be. But the truth is that we are meant to change. We are meant to evolve. We are meant to move out of our comfort zone. So for any of us who have a comfort zone, it is time for us to move. Yeah, I know. But really, the question I have for you is, are you happy in your comfort zone, or are you just comfortable? Thank you for the over here. I'll say that again. In your comfort zone, are you really happy? Are you just comfortable being there, not having to move, not having to think, just being stagnant in what used to be? Because I tell you, what used to be will always turn into not so hot anymore. Of which you will be forced to move, claws in ground or claws on this, wanting to stay, but the reality is we are not meant to stay. We are meant to evolve, to rise, to grow, to move forward, because what God has for us is greatness. What God had for us at that time when we got stuck in the comfort zone, that was greatness at that time. But don't we have faith that God has even more? That there is an infinite, yes, thank you for that, Roger, that yes, that's God speaking, yes. In a twinkling, celebratory way, God is like, yes, I have more for you. And coming up with this story, I remembered reading the book The Alchemist a long time ago. How many of you have read The Alchemist? That's a powerful book. It's beautiful and it's simplistic in a beautiful way, in that it's the hero's journey. I think most of us are going through the hero's journey. That's a part of coming out of your comfort zone, is a part of our own hero's journey, moving away from that. It was about a young shepherd, a young boy by the name of Santiago. Santiago had dreams. I'm going to minimize this. He had dreams of grandeur. He had dreams that he wanted to be a legend. He was going to go to Egypt, to the pyramids, and find treasure. And he came out of his comfort zone. That took some balls, didn't it? It took some courage. It took some guts. Because the shepherd's life is kind of easy, but it's mundane, isn't it? You get up at a certain time. You make sure, if they're out the pasture, you're making sure that they're eating, that you're making sure that nothing has come to destroy the peace of your flock. You might move them along. You might lay with your flock. It's work. And then after a while, it's a timetable. You come back, you eat, you sleep. And then you get up really early to do the same thing over again. But no, Santiago wanted more. And so he ventured out from what he was used to. He ventured out from his comfort zone, and he traveled. And while he was going on his travels, he met up with a gypsy. He met up with someone that called himself a king. He met up with an alchemist. The real bulk of, and none of them, they said he was looking for his treasure outward, asking everyone, where do I find the treasure? And they were pointing him to all over the place. Yeah, okay, the pyramids are that way, and you can probably find treasure in this bulk of sand. They were just pointing him everywhere. They didn't know what he was looking for. They were just pointing him, and he ventured out. The bulk of the story is really what is most important. I would say, if you haven't read it in a long time, read it again. If you haven't, pick up The Alchemist. The bulk of the story is that he went back home. He realized that the treasure he was seeking outside of himself was actually in here. That the true treasure was himself. And even though he went back to the place he came from, he came back changed. He came back evolved. He came back wiser because of all the people that he met, because of all the experiences that he had. He did not come, and no, anytime we come back to the place where we left, that has changed as well. And now he can come back a worldly young man to also create change. The bulk of the story is that it's an inward job. Our comfort zone is an inward job. The change that we seek is an inward job. Just as Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. I know it seems like, yeah, I've heard that 1,000 times. And we've heard it 1,000 times. We grab a hold of it because there has that wisdom and truth to it. Because the world won't change unless we change. The world won't change unless our minds change. And the world is, this world as we see it as an illusion. The world is changing and evolving all the time. You will not find your treasure in the comfort zone. You will not find your treasures in the comfort zone. Actually, your comfort zone, it said, is where your dreams actually die, are in your comfort zone. So let us not allow the dreams to die. And know that the true dreams are dreams that are constantly impregnated within you from God. Whatever you want to call God, Allah, Jesus, holy moly, creator, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, holy moly, yeah. Holy moly, this is great. However you want to name it, Gene. Just be willing to accept it and move forward, because you are empowered to to get out of your comfort zone and to expand, to explore, to move forward. Because I ask you all, when was the last time you experienced something for the first time? When was it the last time that you experienced anew, something great, to expand? And yes, I get it. Most of us have tried something new like food. I'll try a new food, but when it comes to your life, and most of the time we stop because if we didn't like it, it's like, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to try something new. Yes? I'm hearing some giggling because I'm like, yeah. Because there are times when we've stepped out of our comfort zone and we didn't like what we got. That just means that we need to step more. Take one step. Sometimes, as the song says, we might be in darkness still. Take 2 steps. We might be in darkness still. But you can keep moving, trusting in God, and knowing that everything you want is on the other side of your fears. Everything that you can dream of is on the other side of your fears, on the other side of your comfort zone. And everything that you want, your biggest dreams, are impregnated within you, within your mind, within your heart, within your soul, through the Mother, Father, God. So how do we get out of these comfort zones? How do we move forward in self-discovery and embracing the truth that Spirit has for us? Well, I have these 5 spiritual practices for us all to leave our comfort zones. First one, always the most, and know that these are 5 spiritual truths that you can use for getting out of fear, getting out of anything, and embracing them. Know that God is good. Know that no matter what the situation is, that we're not talking about the old-time religion. We're not talking about the God that smites you, the God that is going to test you, the God that is leading you wrong, because truly, my beloveds, the only ones who are testing are us, because we continue to block our blessings. I jokingly say the only one who's giving me my cosmic 2x4, my universal 2x4, is me not aligning myself to the truth that God has, the love that God has, because God is good. God is great, and God only wants our greatness. And once we realize that, really implant ourselves in that truth, no matter what kind of change comes, no matter what we hear within ourselves that says, come out of your comfort zone and do that, we will know that God only wants our good, that God is everywhere present, conspiring for our good, wanting our good, moving us. But God is not going to force us to do anything. Well, I don't know, Reverend Jim said something that was quite brilliant and true. The universe is moving. The universe continues to move, whether you want to move with it or not. And because the universe is moving, because life is moving, because nothing is stagnant within our lives, you can try to plant, but you're going to be dragged along. And how much more painful is it holding tooth and nail trying to stay put while the universe drags you along? See, that isn't God trying to give you a cosmic 2x4. That's just life. That is the law of everything in this universe. It's going to move. So let go. Have faith that whatever God has for you, it's going to be great. And the only reason why it might not be so great is because we're holding on to something that is no longer a reality and trying to make it our reality until it becomes something that is unhealthy, unsound. Release, let go. The universe is moving in beautiful ways. Let us create a beautiful universe the way God wants us to, through, in, and as us, which takes us to the other part, that if God is everywhere present, God is within us in totality, fully, which means that we are the hands, we are the face, we are as God created us, as God. That's a hard one to chuck. That is the mission of what Jesus tried to teach each and every one of us. For it is what Jesus said in John 14:20, in that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. And if we're in Jesus and Jesus in the Father, and the Father is in Jesus, where's the Father? in us. We are not only the creation of God, we are the hands of God. And our role here is to continue to evolve so that we can continue to have heaven here on earth. And the second part is you knowing that no matter what mistakes you've made in your life, what mistakes you might be making now, you are the presence of God. And if God is good innately, you and I are good. And so, to move out of your comfort zone, God is good. You know what? God is in me, through me, guiding me. Innately, I'm good, which means I'm calling forth my good, which leads us to the third thing. Thoughts create after their kind. Thoughts create experiences. Your thoughts, your feelings manifest something. They manifest a word. And in that word, you can see what's going on in your heart and mind. If you like what the words say about your life, then you can continue to chant those words so that you can see them pictured out in your life, so that you can create your life. So look at what you're saying. Look at what you're doing. If you're in an unhappy place, if you're in your comfort zone, listen to the words that you're saying about your comfort zone. And if you're saying, I'm comfortable, I'm not the happiest person, but I know what I get here, I know what I'm doing here, then it's time to release and let go and don't be dragged along. Allow God's will of good to come up, God's will of greatness to come into your life. Sweep everything away, break it apart, and move forward, knowing that no matter what the struggles are, only greatness is being made manifest. And if you need help in doing that, fourth thing is prayer. Going into the silence. I'm going to go meditation first. Meditation. How many of us, when things seem to be going hectic, there's chaos, your mind just keeps going. It's just a hamster wheel. And you keep going, quiet mind, I need to hear, but it keeps going. And anything and everything that you don't want to hear keeps coming to you. Does that happen to you when life seems to get hectic? I think all of us do that. Meditation is that beautiful tool where you can just kind of release and let go. And I hear people going, but Reverend Crystal, when I meditate, I'm still hearing those voices. That's all right. Practice makes perfect. The discipline of sitting down, step by step, and saying yes. If you sat down for 1 minute and didn't hear anything, yeah. But Reverend Crystal, I heard that 15, 20, half an hour. Some people do it half a day. That's them. Celebrate what you can do right here, right now. 1 minute turns into 2 minutes. 2 minutes turns into 5 minutes. 5 minutes turns into 10 minutes. And if something comes in, you are able to release and let it go and go back into the silence. 10 minutes turns into a half an hour. A half an hour turns into a 24-hour silent retreat. Be patient with yourself. Just go in the silence. And the beauty of the silence is that you will be able to hear the messages that are constantly coming to you from God, from Spirit, from Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, that one Spirit and source that only wants greatness and is constantly guiding us into our greatness. Prayer is specific conversation. One of my favorite conversations with God is, God, I don't know what's going on, but let me know, guide me. I just have conversations. It's a prayer. God, I don't know what's happening here, but guide me out of this or guide me through this. I'm listening. Tell me what I need to do. Show me what I need to do. Show me how I need to appear. Show me what I need to release and let go of. And you know what's next? Do that. Truly, that is what's next. You go into action, because all of these theories are nice. In our self-help books, looking at a wonderful Gaia documentary, or in our bookstore with all the beautiful Unity books, or coming to the Sunday services and listening to your minister talk. They're all wonderful. You know, there's an adage that talk is cheap. And one thing I did say, and I've said it before, living in Missouri, show me. Allow yourself to be shown. Go into action. Once you hear the presence of God guiding you, Move away from the fear, saying, I'm not scared of what God has for me because God only wants my good. And I am good because I am the hands and the feet of God. I am the presence of God. I am the motion of God. I've cleansed my thoughts, my minds. I know that this is the right way to do it. I'm still being imbued with the prayers. I'm still being at peace with the meditation, and I move forward in action. That is how you get out of your comfort zone. 5 simple steps. Sometimes it might not be easy, but they're simple. Just do that. Move forward. Because you'll know. You'll realize, you will actualize that the biggest rewards in your life are found outside of your comfort zone. And we're good at comfort zones, and that's all right. Our comfort zones are the flags that say it's time to evolve. It's time to move forward. It's time to step forward. It's time to go deeper. You've got this. We've all got this. And it doesn't matter if your brother or your sister is at a different level. That doesn't matter. Be here now with God, Allah, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. Be here now listening to how Spirit is moving you. Don't worry about anyone else. Just continue to sweeten that relationship between you and God. Release and open the doors, put down the walls that only we put to bind ourselves. Allow ourselves to spiritually evolve. Because truly we know that the hardest thing to do is leaving our comfort zone, but you have to let go of that life you're familiar with to risk taking a chance for your own dreams. So I say, even though sometimes change, we don't like it, thank God for change. Can you imagine if we were stuck in the past? Some of us say, God, if I was stuck in my reality now. Some people go there. That's why they want a different reality. That's why they choose to leave it forcibly. There's easier ways. Just choose differently. And know that God's love is ever present within you. Only. Only. O-N-L-Y. Wanting your greatness. Have faith in that always. Let us say our denials and affirmations. Let me read it to you. If you agree with it, if it feels right to you, on the second go-round, join me in saying it. I will not allow the stagnation of my comfort zone to control my thoughts and feelings. I am confidently moving forward to live the life I dream of living. Breathe that in if you agree with it. And let's say that together. I will not allow the stagnation of my comfort zone to control my thoughts and feelings. I am confidently moving forward to live the life I dream of living. Breathe that in one more time. That felt good to me. Does it feel good to you to just kind of release, let that go? And to affirm that I will live the dreams that I want to live, and I do it fearlessly. Let's say it one more time. I will not allow the stagnation of my comfort zone to control my thoughts and feelings. I am confidently moving forward to live the life I dream of living. And so it is. Amen.
Over the summer, we've been doing a few songs by Jana Stanfield, who will be here in 3 weeks. And last week we did this one. It's written by Daniel Nabod, but it's become associated with her because she has kind of a cool thing that she does with it that she may be doing at her concert on October 5th. Tickets are in the lobby. Talk to Gerri Ann after the service. Sign up. Don't miss it. Here we go.
my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Oh, you didn't repeat it the first time. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right, Carol. Let's repeat it. We were going to repeat it. That's why. So you get the chorus with us, right? Try it.
Bring it on. Everything new.
Everything different.
Everything different. Everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Here you go.
I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping since dawn. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
I'm through grieving. I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star. That'll never be mine. I think it's time.
Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Sing it again.
Bring it on, everything new, and everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
So you may be seated. So this is our time for our offering. I invite you to take your offering. I think you all know I like to do it to my heart, get that extra love juice in there. Other Unity ministries, you put in your right for giving, your left for giving, right for receiving. You pray like that. However you do, and whatever the gift is, whether it's of your monetary giving here or through PayPal, whether it's your gift of tithing your talent. So thankful to Kerry Bear for his tithe of his talents, of his talk. Tithe of Gerri and his tithe of service, all of your tithes of services, whatever it is. We just ask you to place joy, love, and the thought of abundance into it as we say our offertory statement. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are blessed to know that Spirit is our source. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen.
There's a little African song for you. We don't know what's going to happen next week, where the universe is going to lead us. We can keep faith and trust that all is well. Ready? Goes like this. We
are going, heaven knows where we are going. We know within we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. But we know we will.
Stand up and sing that with us.
We are going. Heaven knows where we are going. But we know within we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
We are
Going. Heaven knows where we are going, but we know within we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Sing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
While we're waiting for possible children, yeah. They ran back out to see if they're coming, but
They went to see. Here they
turn up mic number 6 back there, Gerri, if you would.
All right.
There we
All
go.
right. So, would you be willing to give us your names?
Reed, Lily.
Reed and Lily, it's nice to have you guys back. And it's always the same. Your name is always the same. You know, Reed, we're one for imagination. And we've had youth here who go, my name is no longer this. I prefer to be called this. So we give you that blessing to change your name. We don't know about your mom and dad if they like it, but, you know, we agree with it, all right? So would either one of you like to express what you did, or can you show us? Mr. Reed.
We did arts and crafts.
And arts and crafts with what kind of purpose?
Making shells. We read a book about a hermit crab.
Well, nice. Thank you. Would you be willing to show what you made? Ooh. And would our teachers come up here? So Tony, Trudy, thank you so very much for your commitment of service to the youth ministry. And so with that, let us bless our youth and our teachers. We love you.
We love you.
We bless you. And we behold the Christ as you. Amen. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Trudy. So let us join hands.
Okay. So a little plug first, before this evening, Zelda Hoteling, who made these amazing sacred dream circles, as she calls them. These are 5 out of the 21 that she's made. There's a whole process, spiritual intent behind them that she will unfold for us tonight. So I invite you to come back at 6, be part of the ceremony that she'll lead us in. All right, closing. Yep. Cool.
Let my life be prayer. Oh, let my life be prayer. Oh, let my life be prayer. Surely you will see me through.
I do not need
to worry. I know that cares will come. I do not need to hurry if I know thy will be done. I just need to trust and in that faith walk on and let my life be prayer. Let my life be prayer. Oh, let my life be prayer. Oh, let my life be prayer. Surely you will see me through.
Sing it again.
Let my